Hello, and thank you for visiting the Prepared as a Teacher in Massachusetts and obtaining your first initial teacher license component of the Massachusetts Educator Licensure Series, often referred to as MELS. The intent of this presentation is to provide general information to individuals interested in obtaining their first initial teacher license in the Commonwealth. The phrase prepared as a teacher in Massachusetts applies to those who have completed an approved teacher preparation program in Massachusetts or completed the performance review program for initial licensure. If you were prepared as a teacher outside of Massachusetts, please visit the Prepared Outside of Massachusetts in obtaining your first teacher license component of MELS. Otherwise, let's begin an overview of initial teacher licenses offered, requirements to obtain, and means to satisfy and document requirements. Throughout this presentation, there will be references to finding additional information such as guides, forms, and other websites. Links to these resources can be found within the overview located directly beneath this video. An initial license is valid for 5 years of employment and, if necessary, may be extended for an additional 5 years. Routes to initial licensure exist for those prepared as a teacher in Massachusetts, as well as for those prepared outside of Massachusetts. Those attempting to obtain a core academic teacher license as their first initial teacher license are required to obtain the Sheltered English Immersion teacher endorsement. Again, individuals prepared as teachers in Massachusetts may qualify for an initial teacher license through one of two routes. One involves completing the Massachusetts approved teacher preparation program, and the other involves completing the performance review program for initial licensure, also known as PRPIL. The basic requirements to earn all initial teacher licenses through Route 1 are possession of a bachelor's degree, passing scores on the appropriate Massachusetts test for educator licensure, also known as MTEL, and the completion of a Massachusetts approved teacher preparation program for the initial license sought. If the license is a core academic teacher license, possession of the Sheltered English Immersion teacher endorsement is also required. Beyond these basic requirements, if the initial license sought is in the field and at the grade level of a provisional license earned through a conditional passing score on the general curriculum mathematics subtest, or is a teacher of deaf to hard of hearing American Sign Language total communication license, additional requirements likely apply. If applicable, please visit the Impact of Restricted Status, Conditional Passing Score, and SLIPI component of MELS for information about these requirements. Before we go any further, let's gain an understanding of licenses that are non-SEI core and licenses that are SEI core. The license fields noted on the right of this slide are considered SEI core. Therefore, earning one of these licenses as your first initial teacher license requires possession of the SEI teacher endorsement. The requirements to earn initial licenses noted on this slide through Route 1 include possession of a bachelor's degree, achieving passing scores on each component of the communication and literacy skills test, passing scores on correspondence subject matter test, and the completion of an approved Massachusetts teacher preparation program for the initial license sought. In addition, those seeking a core academic teacher license are required to possess the SEI teacher endorsement. Also, the SLIPI is required for the deaf to hard of hearing American Sign Language total communication license. In addition to completing a Massachusetts approved teacher preparation program for the initial license sought, earning one of these licenses through Route 1 require possession of a bachelor's degree, achieving passing scores on both components of the communication and literacy skills test, achieving a passing score on correspondence subject matter test, and possession of the SEI teacher endorsement. However, to account for amendments to the regulations, applicants attempting to earn any of these licenses must apply and satisfy all requirements prior to July 1, 2019. Currently, there are no specific subject matter tests established for the licenses noted on this slide. Therefore, these licenses earned through Route 1 require possession of a bachelor's degree, passing scores on both components of the communication and literacy skills test, and the completion of a Massachusetts approved teacher preparation program for the initial license. In addition, due to being core academic teacher licenses, both the History 1 through 6 and the General Science 1 through 6 licenses require possession of the SEI teacher endorsement. Now that we have discussed Route 1, let's cover Route 2, the Performance Review Program for Initial Licensure, also known as PRPIL. PRPIL is an alternative licensure route for Massachusetts teachers. The basic requirements to earn a license through this route are possession of the provisional license in the field and at the grade level of the initial license sought, and the successful completion of PRPIL. In addition, earning a core academic teacher license as your first initial teacher license through Route 2 requires possession of the Sheltered English Immersion teacher endorsement. Please note, just as in Route 1, if the provisional license was earned through a conditional passing score on the general curriculum mathematics subtest, or is a teacher of deaf to hard of hearing, American Sign Language total communication license, earned without passing the SLIPI, additional requirements likely apply. Please visit the impact of restricted status, conditional passing score, and SLIPI component of MELS for information about these requirements. To document possession of a bachelor's degree, applicants should upload an official undergraduate transcript that includes the registrar's signature, verifying a bachelor's degree conferred, along with the conferral date and all coursework within. The degree must be completed through a college or university accredited by a recognized organization. Applicants who earn a degree outside of the United States through a college or university not accredited by a recognized organization should upload a degree equivalency report made by a nationally recognized agency. Statute requires a bachelor's degree. Therefore, applicants with graduate degrees still must submit verification of a bachelor's degree. MTEL consists of the Communication and Literacy Skills Test and Subject Matter Test. Additional information pertaining to how to upload documents, recognized accredited organizations, nationally recognized agencies, and MTEL can be found through the links contained within the overview located directly beneath this video. Links to additional information about approved teacher preparation programs, including the type of programs that are available, student enrollment by race and gender, employment rates, and Intel pass rates, can also be found within the overview located directly beneath this video. Massachusetts approved program providers verify the completion of approved programs through an electronic endorsement in ELA. They also verify completion of the SEI teacher endorsement requirements electronically for those who satisfy these requirements through the completion of an approved program. Class measures will submit the documentation to verify the completion of PRPIL. Additional information about PRPIL, including eligibility, can be found through the link contained within the overview located directly beneath this video. Individuals may earn the SEI teacher endorsement through any of the following means: passing score on the Sheltered English Immersion Test, possession of the Massachusetts English as a Second Language or English Language Learner's License. This license cannot be a temporary license or a professional license that is invalid. Successful completion of a department-approved course of study specific to provide Sheltered English instruction. The standalone course provider or approved program provider verifies this option electronically. A bachelor's degree in a major approved by the department or other graduate-level training approved by the department. This option is known as the transcript review and generally involves the completion of graduate courses completely covering the subject matter knowledge and skill requirements set forth in the regulations. Additional information about these options can be found through the SEI link contained within the overview located directly beneath this video. Please keep the following in mind. Obtaining a license may permit a district to legally employ you in the role of the license. An initial license is valid for 5 years of employment and may be extended for an additional 5 years. Educators employed under an initial license for 5 years have a professional responsibility to possess an extension or advance the initial to a professional license prior to beginning their next year of employment and the role of the license in a public school or other setting where possession of the valid license is required by Massachusetts law. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about educator licensure in Massachusetts. Thank you also for being an educator or aspiring to become one. Your efforts are commendable and greatly appreciated. We hope this component of MELS has been helpful. Please visit other components of the series for additional information about educator licensure. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call the Licensure Call Center at 781-338-6600 or stop by and visit us in person at our walk-in service counter at 75 Pleasant Street, Malden, Massachusetts.